Good morning, Sam. It is Wednesday, May 5th, 2021. I think that everyone has a proclivity for these sort of existential rabbit holes that they can fall down. And mine, I've been thinking about a lot recently. I'm a 20-year-old guy. What does that mean in the world at large? I think part of what that means is I don't know anything. I don't know anything about who I am, and I definitely don't know anything about the world around me. Sure, there's a lot of things that I think I know, but I'm also extraordinarily impressionable. The worldview that I had 2 years ago is almost entirely different than the worldview I have today. Why is there any reason for me to think that the one that I have now is any better? I operate like I know a lot of things. I live my life as if there are a lot of things that I think are correct. But also, I do partially know that I'm young and stupid. I know that there's a lot of pieces that I just don't have down yet. So being in a place where my ideas about things are constantly evolving, does that somehow indicate that I'm wrong about the things that I believe? If I wasn't influenced by the viewpoints of others around me, if I wasn't influenced by the things that I read and the things that I watched and the things that I experienced, then I wouldn't be growing. I wouldn't be changing as a person. But then the rabbit hole continues downwards, because what do we even know as human beings, as a species, right? We're given this sense that we have it all figured out, that somehow we understand how all of these different pieces fit together. And I guess because we know it now, that makes it right. But the model for the atom changes every 15 years. We don't know anything. Humans have been around for Hey Siri, how long have humans existed?
Modern humans have existed for roughly 200,000 years.
So we've only existed for 200,000 years. What makes us think that we have it right now? That somehow the procedures and the things that we're doing are correct? I find myself thinking about this when I'm reading philosophers, particularly those like Spinoza, that are trying to understand the world in a rational way. And I don't think it's rational yet. I don't think we fully understand it, and we certainly can't articulate it, right? We're existing in a space that's so much more complicated than the little brains that are inside our heads can possibly ever comprehend. But that doesn't make it less worth trying to figure out, but I think it does make it less worth defending our positions with life and death. We have to be willing to think that there's the possibility we might be wrong about everything. Not just the things that we want to be wrong about, but the things that we want to be right about. We're small and we're tiny and we're new and we're fresh, and we forget that all the time when we believe that we know all that there is to know about everything. We're constantly making new discoveries. We're constantly breaking new ground. We're not at the end of evolution by any stretch of the imagination, and we shouldn't believe that we are. Maybe I don't know anything, but I also don't think anyone else does either. We're all in this mess together trying to figure this shit out. But I guess that's okay too. Sam, I'm looking forward to that cowboy hat, and I'll see you tomorrow.